Welcome back. You're still tuned into Markets at Noon right here on ET Now. And we just had the SIP data that was flashing for you on your screens, where SIP inflows have yet again been at a record high. They've come in at 32,087 odd crores versus 29,845 crores of inflows that we had seen in the previous month. So clearly on a month-on-month basis, we have seen an uptick when it comes to SIP inflows. And even when it comes to record high levels, SIP inflows clearly are at a record high this time around as well. We'll discuss that over the course of the show. But before that, let's also put the spotlight on the fertilizer sector then. And we now have Mr. Uday Shankar Awasthi, former MD and CEO of Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative, now joining us. Sir, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. And there have been a lot of developments when it comes to fertilizer sector. Raw material supplies are concerned, because of which several domestic fertilizer manufacturers have had to curb production. On the back of that, the government also went ahead and increased its subsidy by 12% for the first 6 months of this fiscal. How do you read all these developments, and what kind of impact could this have on India's fertilizer sector then?
I think government has taken very timely action by announcing the subsidy for Kharif, and that too about 12% higher than last year. That should take care of any increase in raw material prices. And hopefully with the Strait of Hormuz opening because of the truce which has happened for about 2 weeks, I hope that truce to last forever. And with that, if Iran comes into play and they start supplying urea and ammonia, then I'm sure the prices will also come down. And then there should be sufficient amount of subsidy for the PNK sector. So government has taken at right time, they have taken a decision. They must be congratulated for that. And they have taken a very far-fetched consideration, because of present level, the prices are high. Present level, yes, there is some issue of constraint of availability for both ammonia, especially for phosphatic fertilizer, and sulfur. But I think as the truce start taking shape and more quietness prevails on the Middle East, then the problem of ammonia and sulfur should also get solved. And with the Iran sanctions, if the Iran sanction is out of sanction, then availability of urea and ammonia is plenty. So that should reduce the prices of raw material.
Okay, so that
Thank you.
could have an impact on pardon me, raw material prices going ahead. Mr. Awasthi, it's good to be talking with you. Now, since you've been tracking the fertilizer space for such a long time now, basis your interaction with industry players, could you help us understand what has been the quantum of price movement within the sector? Anything that we should be watching out for closely? Or if you could also give us an idea on what the fertilizer prices are trending at on a global level.
You see what happened in a crisis. Everybody tries to, especially raw material supplier, if there's a shortage in raw material, everybody tries to increase the prices. It's the opportunity increase cost, not the real cost increase. Not that prices of gases available have gone up. But since Middle East is a major supplier for fertilizer raw material and finished product, so it had the effect, sure, certainly. But today, the prices which people are saying are just too high and too opportunistic. So I don't think that should be given. But I'm sure if truce continues and if there's a peace in that area, these prices will come down to old level, or maybe 5-10% higher than old level. That's all.
Okay, so that's as far as the fertilizer industry and the impact of recent West Asia crisis on India's fertilizer industry is concerned. But Mr. Awasthi, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and helping us understand the problems that the industry is facing. But shifting focus back